Hey, Joe Garcia, Global Ambassador of NHT Global. I'm here in Moscow. You should see this place. I'm 2 hours outside of Moscow at a beautiful lecturers resort for a 3-day seminar and training, intense seminar and training with our Russian leaders. I'm in my rustic-looking cabin hotel here, room. Just started in the snow. What a beautiful setting to do a video here today. You know, in a few days, I'm going to be off to Stockholm. On Saturday, December the 2nd, we have an epic event, one of our first major events in Europe. We've chosen Stockholm, Sweden, because of the great Helen Svensson and Mr. Dalibor Strop, her enroller, and his enroller, Thomas Kanapik, and the European legend, the pioneer, Mr. Garth Wright. We're all going to be on Saturday, December the 2nd in Stockholm. And I want to just share a little story with you. Not a couple years ago, but 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago, 1994, I'm a year into my network marketing career. And for those of you who know me, I was obsessed with my dream. I fell in love with my dream. If there's anything that you're going to get from this video, if you fall in love with your dream, it becomes an obsession. It'll move from your head to your heart and eventually into your hands. And a year into the business, I'm doing pretty well. And Mr. Dan Cato, my business upline at that time, my business partner today, the legendary Mr. Dan Cato, who also will be there in Stockholm on December the 2nd. And he was trying to get me to this event, this global event they were having in Orlando with that company. And I had all the excuses in the world that I couldn't go. I was a new father, another kid on the way, had all these financial responsibilities. I was barely making it by. I had too much month at the end of the money. I wonder if many of you can relate to that. And I had all these excuses of not going in my mind. And I just had this epiphany a couple of weeks before. I said, Joe, if you're 100% in the business, all in, I was attending all the meetings, all the conference calls, I needed to be at that event. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I needed to be at the event. Not only that, I needed to bring some people with me. So I can remember about 3 or 4 days later, I said, I'm just going to do it. Do whatever it takes. I found the money. And it's amazing, when the why is big enough, the money always comes. The money is never an issue when the why is big enough. And I got convinced 5 guys, local guys, to come with me. We jumped into a van. We drove straight through the night, 24 hours approximately, down to Orlando, Florida. Rented a room where all 5 of us, including myself, so that's 6 of us, yes, had a room together. And I was sleeping on the floor. And that event was a defining moment for my career. You know, within 3 months from the time I went to that event, I reached the 2nd highest position in that company, where you needed to do 5 legs producing $25,000 a month just to get to that position. And I accomplished that in December 1994. And I'm thinking back all the great successes I've had in the industry, the great success here in NHT Global, you know, the 51 countries that I've traveled. And, you know, by the way, it's so incredible to travel for a living, to enjoy different cultures, to impact people's lives from all over the world. You know, I always tell people that the greatest personal development program is when you start to travel outside of your country. There's so much growth there. You become an incredible leader, a great productive distributor. I've seen it with hundreds of our distributors over the years. And for me personally, it's been my greatest personal development program. I'm getting sidetracked here for a second. But with regards to the event, that event, I went to Orlando, 5 guys with me, same hotel room. I slept on the floor, drove 24 hours straight down there, and it was a defining moment for me. I don't think, and this is a pretty drastic statement, I don't think I'd be here today as an NHT Global Ambassador if I did not go to that event. Yeah, I can really say that statement. I would not be here today if I didn't go to that event. That was a defining moment in my career. A defining moment in my career. I know a lot of you that are watching this video in NHT Global right now probably have made a decision 4 days before the event that you're not coming. You're not bringing anybody. You're not promoting it through your team because you're not going to be there. Huge mistake. Huge, huge, huge mistake. I can't say huge enough times here. Today is Tuesday. What's today? November 27th? Tuesday, November 27th. And 4 days away. This is where I was in 1994. I made the decision, and look what happened to my life. Just imagine the same thing happens to you 10, 15, 20 years later. Just imagine the kind of life you're going to have. You know, being all in a business, and these are very special times for NH2 Global. 2 years in a row, we're ranked the fastest growing publicly traded company in the world. That is social proof, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not going to take advantage of it now, you're not going to have the same opportunity ever. Guaranteed. Ever. So this is an important time for you to make that decision to come out on Saturday. You know, if you're in Europe, you know, most flights in Europe, you're looking at a couple of hours, 3 hours at the most, just to fly in Stockholm. You can stay there for one day, come in on Friday night, leave Sunday morning if you have to, and start to change your life here in the future. For those of you that are coming, it's real important to understand that you need to bring some people with you. You probably have many people in your organization now that have decided not to go. This is the time to show them this video. This is the time to pick up the phone and call these people. So you have to be there. Share my story. You have to be there on Saturday, December 2nd. All it takes is one person to see the vision. This is why we have the events. All it takes is to see one person. And your 2018 could be a defining moment for you. 2018 could be a defining moment for you. So bye from Moscow, from snowy Moscow. See you on some Saturday, December the 2nd. This is going to be epic, ladies and gentlemen. NH2 Global Distributors, if you're not going to create action now, just think about it. When are you going to have the opportunity in your lifetime to promote a company with social proof that they're the fastest growing publicly traded company in the world, 2 years in a row with the #1 business magazine, Fortune magazine? When are you going to have the chance to promote a company like that and go to an event and share that vision when you go back home? There's absolutely no excuses for you not to be there if you're all in. One decision away from a great financial destiny. Bye for now. Take care.